Welcome to my presentation on leadership in the 21st century. Leadership today is more dynamic and complex than ever before. And in my presentation, I'll integrate lessons from a Christian perspective of leadership, some modern leadership frameworks, and practical strategies that we can use to prepare leaders here in Uganda and East Africa to thrive amidst the rapid change so that they are able to embrace change and transformation within their context. The Christian perspective on leadership is one that embodies servanthood and humility as foundational. In Mark chapter 10 verse 45, we see that the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, who we serve, did not come to be served, but to serve and give his ransom for many, laying a strong foundation on what it means to be both a servant and humble as a leader. Second, the Christian perspective on leadership also portrays a leader as a shepherd, one who is a visionary and one who relates with people around them. We see this in the Psalm 23, as David the psalmist portrays God as the good shepherd, as well as John chapter 10 verse 11 to 14. So as leaders, we should be able to align our values as Christians. We should be able to align our values in the actions that we do and the people that we engage with so that we can bring about society transformation. Leadership in the 21st century requires us to be able to walk and lead in disruption. According to Johansson, as the world grows more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, organizations and leaders must accept disruption as a fact of business. Trend analysis will remain important, but planning for disruption requires a different set of skills and leadership abilities. So, to be able to lead in this disruption, leaders should be able to utilize foresight. They should be able to look 10 years into the future and work backwards. So what does this mean for a leader? You should be able to incorporate future-oriented thinking in strategy sessions. Second, to lead in the 21st century, you must be able to lead yourself. Burnison, in his book Leadership You, states that great leaders are humble and self-aware, which is a necessary quality for personal growth. Leaders who lack self-awareness may assume their personal strengths outweigh their weaknesses, and they are often wrong and may not recognize their weaknesses. To be able to improve an organization and others, you must first improve yourself, and this starts with being humble and self-aware. So, as a leader, you must work hard and go through leadership development in 6 areas. First, as a follower, then as a collaborator, an influencer, and then be able to lead. This means you need to be in regular mentorship to be able to navigate personal growth as a leader. Leadership in the 21st century requires creating an organizational culture. What does this mean? As a leader, you have values that guide your decision making. You have values that guide your thought process as you work in an organization. So what does this mean? What you do should align with what you say and what you believe. There are models that have been designed, such as Shane's model. These can help leaders to align their beliefs, personal beliefs, to actions that they are currently doing in an organization, or to actions that they think they should be doing in an organization. Leaders should be able to encourage diversity and inclusion in decision making. This helps teams feel part of the work that they're doing, feel part of the vision, and also feel part as contributors into making a vision and mission of an organization come to life. So what does this mean for a leader? You can host cultural sensitivity workshops that encourage connectivity within teams and connectivity across the organization. To be effective or an effective leader in this 21st century, you must also be able to lead and manage at the same time. Leadership and management are important. There is no greater or lesser. Leadership inspires while management executes. A leader in the 21st century should be able to cultivate what Hoskins describes as polycentric leadership. This is the ability to thrive in multiple spheres with governance structures. So this means for one to be able to lead and manage at the same time, you should be able to have structures and governance frameworks that are adaptable to the context in which you are operating in as a leader. Let's talk about co-elevation and team connectivity. If there are no teams, the organization will not be able to fulfill its vision. So as a leader, you should be able to partner with the people around you. Create mutual growth through collaboration. Models such as the Ferrazzi's model have been designed to help leaders align teams, align themselves, and align what they do across an organization. Behavior dimensions of global leaders include resilience and team connectivity. To be able to lead on a global scale, leaders should be able to create teams that have behavior patterns that work together and that are in alignment with organizational goals and the mission. To be able to achieve this, a leader can rotate leadership roles in teams. This will help the leader to build trust and flexibility. Second, in the 21st century, leadership cannot happen without effective governance models. And effective governance models are the ones that are transparent, inclusive, and the governance is built on trust and efficiency. These models should be able to balance central and decentralized decision making in an organization. And to achieve effective governance models, leaders are supposed to use advisory boards to be able to enhance their decision quality. There is no effective leadership in the 21st century without entrepreneurship. What does this mean? As a leader, you should not only have a vision. You should not stop on the vision. Your vision should also lead to action. A vision and action, being able to have a vision for a problem that is in a community, but also be able to drive inspiration and action on this vision. Second, a leader is supposed to be able to blend ethical decision making with cultural adaptability. A vision that is being held should be able to meet the context in which it is trying to achieve it. An organization and a leader should be able to meet the needs of the community or context in which they are operating in. What does this mean? A leader can be able to build boot camps that focus on cross-cultural innovation, because teams and organizations right now operate on a global scale, and you will be working with diverse people and you'll be working in diverse environments. Let's talk more about a polycentric leader. One, polycentric leadership isn't a call to spread ourselves too thin, as Hoskins describes. It shouldn't be that a leader should wear themselves out or overcommit. However, it's a practice of operating with excellence in every sphere, guided by good governance. Hoskin continues to describe this and says that these types of leaders have the capacity to serve in many arenas. They have built their lives and organizations in such a way that they can be involved in multiple enterprises that they feel are incredibly valuable and have the capacity in order to do that with excellence. So, if you are considering taking on another sphere of work, you should be able to reflect on these questions as a starting point. 1. Do you have the needed governance structures in place to succeed? Second, realistically, do you have the capacity to move forward? Now, every yes is a no to something else. What are you potentially saying no to if you accept as a leader? So, being a polycentric leader means you must engage in diverse roles without burnout. You should be able to develop overlapping governance to balance commitments, and you should be able to assess current responsibilities before taking on new roles as a leader. All this cannot be possible without being mentally and physically fit as a leader. What does this mean? As a leader, you should be able to project positivity and maintain energy through mindfulness. You should be able to build resilience under pressure. You should be able to integrate fitness and mental health programs into leadership training so that you're able to be an effective leader in the 21st century. Coming to the close of my class this week, I've realized that servant leadership creates trust and transformation. People who serve are able to achieve greatness because everyone yearns for service. And what better way to model it from a position of leadership to be able to lead transformation? Embracing future-oriented and adaptive mindsets is also very crucial in this disruptive and ever-changing world. So many things are happening. Technology trends are coming up each year. So as a leader, you should be able to embrace this future and be able to adapt as things change. Lastly, as a leader, you should be able to balance between action and contemplation. Contemplation is good. There is no one who has achieved something great without a vision, without an idea. But all the good things that have happened have been acted upon. So as a leader, to be effective in this 21st century, you should be able to transform your vision into action. As I conclude, I'd like to leave you with this. Leadership transformation begins now. It begins today. We have to inspire a generation of adaptive, value-driven leaders who are equipped to thrive in disruption and lead our continent, Africa, to drive and lead East Africa and Uganda into a vibrant future. Thank you for listening to me. And for more information about the trends and what is leadership trends and what is happening in the 21st century, you can look up these resources from Bannison, from Hoskins, from Johansson, and the rest below to find out more on how you can learn what it means to lead in the 21st century. Thank you very much and have a good day. Thanks for watching.